well as entertainment as well. And so I also use this in social media, and I also have regular video chats with my mother, father, with my elder brother and my elder sister, and my nephew. That they are too much fond of me. Always they want to have a video chat with me. This thing. And my daily routines generally currently the exams are over, so I'm generally a free day. Only when I used to be college, my college used to start from 10:30 to 12:30, and if there is practical classes used to be there on 3 times a week, so the time spent goes to 4:30 as well as also. So in the morning when I wake up, I and sometimes I used to play. Currently the games are not also not playing morning, so I go for a running and do my physical exercise and come back, get freshen up, make my breakfast, and I used to go to my college. And in meantime, there was used to be a break of from 12:30 to 1:30. So at the time, I used to come back to my mess and have my lunch. And in evening time, we generally used to play, sir. And today also I came back from playing only. So in evening, I used to play the football game, which is normally available in my college. I used to play football. And evening again, sir, after coming back from football, I used to devote some time to my studies, 1 or 2 hours. After that, dinner, and again 2 3 hours devoted for my competitive examinations preparation, sir, and then to my bed. I also keep some time last before going to bed. I used to just go through the social media and any message or any post is there. That's it, sir. On holidays, I generally used to revise the whatever being taught in the whole week and go through the practice some of the practice paper that are I'm preparing for examinations. Uh, and I used to devote more time on games sometimes on holidays because it is holidays, so I give extra time on watch movie as well. So that's it. And all basic rules that I do daily.
So you people don't have any fights and all in the hostel? Two group, three group, you know, some this stream versus that stream. Must have
No,
happened.
sir. Generally, I don't stay in hostel in college
Hmm.
hostels. I stay out of college campus,
Hmm.
so it didn't happen with me.
Yeah, but
And
generally it must be happening and they will be telling you ki come and support us.
the thing is,
BSc second year fighting with
all my friends
BCom.
know that I'm from Science School Purulia, so they really don't involve me in all these things. They know that I'm a very clean guy in those cases.
Hmm.
They don't involve me in this.
Okay, so you are sitting in a canteen and having good time with your friend, and some other class students come and start beating up one of your friends who had some issues before. So what do you do?
Yes. At the time, I also have to uh, defend my friend. I have to fight, sir. It's
Hmm.
very simple.
So what will you do? I asked you, what will you do?
I will try to protect my friend, sir, and ask for why are you fighting as well. Very simple, sir.
No, no, there are five, six of them, and they say, "Chal hट यहाँ से हमको तो इसको beatना है." And
I
they,
also I'm sitting with a group of friends, na, sir. As
sorry,
you said, I'm sitting with a group of my friends. So also I
huh,
have people around me,
hmm,
so we can stop the fight, sir.
what will you do?
Uh, we'll defend my friends to whom they came to beat, sir.
How?
And
वो आया, तुम लोग बैठे थे, वो आके पीछे से गर्दन पकड़ा एंड स्टार्ट थ्रैशिंग हिम कि हम छोड़ेंगे नहीं तेरे को, तू बहुत गुंडा समझता है अपने आप को एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ, योर बेस्ट फ्रेंड इज फ्रॉम सैनिक स्कूल पुरुलिया, सो व्हाट, देखते हैं कि क्या होगा, हम पीटेंगे, एंड दे स्टार्ट थ्रैशिंग हिम. So what do you do? Describe the action.
sir, I will push him back and try to stop him from going near to my friend. Even if uh, there comes that they started again fighting, so I have to raise my hand against it. I have to defend a friend. I will also fight. That sounds pretty risky.
Now, so they take out hockey stick now.
So I have my chair to defend me.
What do
Which
you
I have
have?
chair, sir.
Chair.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So they take hockey stick, you will pick up chair.
To defend me myself, sir.
Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, okay. Suppose they say that this your best friend was harassing my sister. So I was thrashing him. What do you do?
I will ask sorry on behalf of him. I will tell him never
Hmm.
do such things again.
No, they said that, but we want to beat him.
No, sir. I will say, please don't beat him. It was his mistake. I will make him ask sorry from her sister also, because
Hmm.
something wrong has been done. It should be uh, means सच क्षमा मांगनी चाहिए अगर गलती की है तो वेरी सिंपल थिंग.
Okay, okay. Acha, abhi you are going with your friends somewhere.
Yes, sir.
Two of you on a bike on a Sunday, lazy afternoon, and you see one car stopping and one girl is being pushed inside. What do you do?
I will note down the car number. I will inform police. He will follow that car so that
There's no phone number.
then we will follow that car and stop the car.
You hear gunshots in the air.
I will note down the car number. Go
Car
nearby
number is
police.
not there.
Then I have to inform the police about the structure of the car, company of the car, and color of the car to the police. Nearby police station I will go and inform that a girl has been taken inside and they are also having arms and ammunition.
Hmm. Police station is far away.
Then me and my friends will try to follow the car
Hmm.
and act accordingly.
Huh?
Me and my friends will follow that car and act accordingly.
Act
Where
accordingly what?
to follow them, and whenever we find anything uh, much suspicious, I, so I think at the moment that we need to take the help of police because they are having guns and
So as you are following the car, you find another jeep coming behind you and starts following you. And there are all different types of people. Those political type people are there inside the jeep.
finally, sir, I have to leave it. I
Hmm.
have to go on my own way.
Okay, fine. Okay, suppose you are told to organize a hockey match in your school, in your college. How will you go about doing that?
Yes, sir. Uh, I will register the name of the different teams and also announce in every hostel and notice board of the every department. I will inform them to give their names for the with their team and their captain. I also take the help of PTI in preparation of the PTI and the game sports teacher, and also inform the ground staff to maintain the ground, and I give the dimension and all the accessories which are provided. I'll arrange with the initiative block and with the help of PTI. Uh, I also and game instructor arrange the arrange the chairs and all the accessories which are needed, like an available of hockey sticks and balls, new balls, and also I will tell PI sir to please have a good provide arrange two good referees for the game, and and I will schedule the game accordingly as the team name is provided to me. I arrange the schedule and by schedule the game and make arrangement. I also call chief guest as our principal of our college. Uh, and it will be organized really well, sir.
Okay, so when a hockey match is going on, the two groups start fighting on the field with hockey stick. The referee runs away.
I'll disqualify their team from the tournament, and I also inform the police about the guy and to take them away.
तब तक तो 4 लोगों के सर फोड़ गए.
So obviously there will be first aid and medical kits available with us. We provide this first aid and medical kit to them, and we'll take them to nearby hospital.
But you have not arranged for ambulance. There's no doctor. Okay, fine. It's all hypothetical situations. So, okay, you have been studying chemistry. Tell me if you have to explain periodic table and say a 7th or 8th class student comes to you and he says, Bhaiya, I'm not able to remember a periodic table. Can you tell me a good idea how to remember periodic table?
Sir, remedy table only can be done for mnemonics, sir. Like for S block and C block, there are different mnemonics through which we can remember the name of the element and we can arrange them accordingly. Like for S block, there is Harina ki Rab se Faryad. For hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, sir. We can arrange them accordingly in group wise and remember them through the mnemonics. And every group has different mnemonics, so through which we can remember for the S block, P block, and D blocks are normally in any exam they had come, and still I prepared myself for mnemonics for D block as well as so that I can remember the periodic table like शक्ति भरोसा करो मैं फिर में आऊंगा ना स्कैंडियम vanadium, and I prepared myself mnemonics for that to remember myself, and I also provide them the basic trick to remember my trick to them to remember the periodic table as well.
Okay. Well, that gives me a fair idea about your spare time activities. Tell me something about your strength and what do you consider are your weak points that you feel you need to improve upon.
So my strength is I'm really hardworking. Whenever I always I'm a bit stuck by doing my something I like to want to do. So I always focus on doing that thing. Like I want to perform well. I will prepare myself very well for that those things. I was determined, and my parents always also say me that I'm a very good uh, caretaker in terms of anything happens. I take care of them very well. And my weaknesses, sir, I find sometimes while communicating, I get stuck up and I get fumble, and also I eat up some words while speaking. So I generally I'm improving on that, and I improve a lot in last 1 or 2 years. The better I realize that this is my problem, I have improved upon it, and I think I'm also I'm also trying to improve that further for better communication skills.
Okay, great. Well, it was lovely interacting with you. Anukalp, I have asked you many questions. You have anything to ask me?
No, sir.
Right.
Okay. Right then.
Sir,
please unmute yourself.
Yes.
All of you unmute yourself. Okay, let's have first and foremost Mank giving you. Mank, let me have you.
Yes, sir. According to me, during the situational question, he was not comfortable.
Okay.
And and all are, and during the current affair, I think he was not prepared for that.
Okay. So
And
situation and current affair. Okay. Situation and current.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
Next.
yes,
Okay. Next.
yes.
Okay. Anything else? Okay.
No,
Very
sir.
nice. Okay. And now, Harsh, let me have your views.
Sir, starting with first question about preparation. So I feel he spoke very
Your
less.
voice, your
He just
voice
spoke of TET and WT whether.
your voice is getting cut. Bolo. Bolo, go ahead.
Sir, the very first question, sir, regarding how is your preparation. So I feel he spoke very less, sir. He just spoke of TET, WT rather than improving the personality. And second one was the reason he chose chemistry. He told that it's very easy subject. And region of science after 10th he didn't explain at all. And the CIQ questions he answered were not in arranged way, sir. He directly jumped to teacher by passing the friend's question.
Very good.
And one more, sir, that why Harsh is the best friend. So he told that being from Sainik School Purulia, it's very easy to communicate with him.
Okay.
So that's a contrasting that why not.
Very good. Very good.
With others.
Okay. Very nice.
And one lacuna that he told that he has problem in explaining others regarding chemistry. So that also I found a problem.
Okay, very nice.
And then he came up with a statement that Ukraine has joined NATO. So this was again a wrong statement, sir.
Oh, very
and
nice.
then no explanation about NATO, and he was blank about rupee trade. And then one of the statement he told that he was protected by his brother from seniors.
Very nice.
So again it was a doubtful sentence.
Okay, very nice. Good.
And then, sir, a wider explanation could have a wider explanation regarding choosing BSc and BTech could have been given.
Very nice.
And there were one more, sir, that why other school won this zone. So he directly told that they were more skillful.
Correct.
So it was again a problematic answer. And
Very
then
nice.
as why hockey's condition deteriorated, so he came up with the answer that viewership and sponsorship were the main reason, as per him, sir.
Very
And
good.
then about when India won Olympic gold, so he was lacking the knowledge. And in the SRTs that he was given, sir, so in both the situation he was surrendering, that he told that he will leave, he can't do anything after that. So that was again problematic. And in the last question, sir, he was told to explain a class 8th boy about periodic table, but all he talked about was a graduation level, that is just P and D block. So a class 8 boy won't understand at all, sir.
Good night. Very nice. Very well. Very well. I think summed up. I think Harsh, now let's start from the very beginning. Very rightly, Harsh has brought it very, very rightly. Starting from the initial part itself, he has gone away from the system. What preparation has he done? It is not TAT-WT. He rightly put it. You are preparing for an examination. The SSB was to check a personality. So is there anything lacking in my personality? I'm trying to improve it. Probably I can. So those are the things should have been explained very rightly. Then very first CIQ, as it has been mentioned, he has missed out the details. And you remember, if you miss the sequence itself, there's a 8 to 10 question are there one question, and it is not probably impossible to remember all. But at least 80% should have been remembered. But this forgetting the CIQ, he not in first CIQ, he has done it on all the CIQ. Every time, what else I have forgotten? It's not once. He has done all the CIQ he missed out. I mean, even if one CIQ hit only 3 odd questions on there, also he gives up, tell me what is it. It means what? The lack of attention. Lack of attention means the receptivity, the reasonability. You remember when we talked about it, if you are not able to attention on that, so inquiring attitude gets questioned. Secondly, first and foremost, you are not in a position to explain why did you score less mark when you asked it from 12th examination. That is 71%. You only were busy in sports. You played only one sport. That is the hockey. Nothing more than that. And once you are doing, you have in only one sport, and you can't afford to then tell me you didn't find time to study. Secondly, it's a sheer carelessness. Now because you missed a CUT, Central University Examination. You took a very wrong decision in going for engineering, not joining engineering, rather than going for college. You now realize that it was wrong decision is wrong. So the first and foremost, the effective intelligence is what? To finding solution to a day-to-day problem. That using intelligence to find a solution there. Now, not even one, he has given you 3-4 questions on that. Not even one you have been supposed to answer. You surrendered very nicely. Now, suppose you are following a person now, a girl was being kidnapped around there, you followed, then you say, give up. Give up what? Can't you take help of the people in and around? You are not only a lone person. There may have been some people in and around. You could have shouted around that someone is there. Someone would have come to help around there. You may not be having your mobile. Probably you can take someone else's mobile, go along with them, fall into around that. You could have found so many ways and means to get out of it. Organizing everything gets questioned on there. You are not in a position to organize a simple tournament of. You have been a good sports person and you can't afford to organize a sports meet. What is the organization? First and foremost, when you must know how many teams are there, who all teams are there. Then you first and fundamental, isn't it? Then how, if the teams are all internal or external, if the external team, they have to make their arrangement for the stay and another, they have to certain expenses. Who is going to foot the bill? From where the money is going to come? Who all are going to be there? Is only the PTI going to do it, or you yourself are also getting involved into it? What is your contribution? Everything others are going to do it. What is your contribution? Why should you be in charge of that? So the way as you start from the first and foremost, very rightly, then you talked about when you talked to Ukraine. Ukraine, basically, you forgot on the Ukraine-Russia initiative came back. No, when there was something, there was some place, which was captured by Russia, isn't it? 2013, there was, that is the famous issue which was there. And that area was captured, and I think it was Luhansk. Crimea. They annexed Crimea. That was the turning point. So, and from there, that whole thing went off. And you can't afford, and that's a very hot topic. You can't say that I do not know about it. And so this is sad. Secondly, even if you're talking about why hockey is not doing well, first and foremost was the artificial turf and change of rules. Because earlier we had the early Indian hockey flourish because we had a skill level. And they changed the rules of where they strike, you can't afford hold the back, dribbling and also. So there was change of rules. There are the two things. The Western countries, they were good at muscle power. They didn't have the skill level. And they had hockey federation change the rule itself. And we were always at disadvantage. So those are fundamentals on that. And the number of turfs, which are ground which are holding in our country, still be much less. Even if you look at it, when you look at the Anukalp is the flower. Anukalp is the flower, and so your meaning of the word itself. You look at your Google, you tell you what Anukalp means. You can't afford to tell me Anu. That's a fundamental. What is you're not at all conscientious. You said when it's a big five. Say first, big five is ocean, open to experience. And nowhere you have told me we have come back to you open to experience. Let me say. Conscientiousness gets questioned on there because now for two reasons. From 10th to 12th went down there. Then also took up admission in a chemistry department. So that means what? You are not in a position to decide for what is true. What is speed of decision? Speed of decision is wrong. Right decision, right time. Self-confidence, yourself, I like the confidence. You yourself saying, I get to know, I fumbling. What does fumbling mean? It's a lack of self-confidence itself. Okay, then you talked about reputation of it. You talked about I keep helping my father admit. Same thing you repeated twice. First and foremost, I go to the till and you repeat it. I think if I did, this is there, then you talked about there's no friend, because since you don't stay in your village, there is no friend. It cannot afford to happen around there. It may be your brother, you may be said चाचा होगा, भतीजा होगा, कुछ तो होगा इलाके में. गांव में कभी तो जाते होगे, 10 दिन के 5 दिन भी जाते होगे. You can't tell me you've got no friend at all. And friends
स्कूल से भी जाते होगे, स्कूल से भी घर जाते होगे.
स्कूल से भी घर जाते हो. You stay there for 1 month. Even if you're staying, probably even if father is working, then somewhere wherever he's working, that itself is a neighborhood. So you just skipped even the superficial in all your approach from there. Then you have realized the mistake. Unable to reach, you have the Bhagalpur is not only maize. Maize is only one crop. Bhagalpur earlier was famous for what? You remember in your area, from that area was famous for what? Eek, ganne ki kheti hoti thi. And that the whole milk which should be there. And you're surprised the मिट्टी of वहां पर that आता है आइडल बनाने के लिए बांका एंड भागलपुर का मिट्टी अभी तक यहाँ पर आता है, कलकत्ता में आता है for making the idol of that system. That is the level. Then talking around this, yes, Malda is not a crop. Malda is not a crop. What?
The sugarcane is not growing in the area, sir, where I stay.
That
the other side of the river.
He asked you Bhagalpur. He asked you.
Sir.
He didn't ask you your village. Did he ask you? You talked about Bhagalpur. He didn't ask you your village. What you cultivate?
Bhagalpur. I had said Bhagalpur.
He asked you Bhagalpur. You have forgotten on that. And silk is not the agriculture product. Is it silk is agriculture product? No. So now you could have talked Jagdishpur ka chura is still famous from it. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Jagdishpur chura hota hai, nahi hota hai?
Yes, sir.
कहाँ से total world they keep on sending right from Bangalore to everywhere that is being exported and gone around there. And I'm telling you a very simple thing. And you said the rice is not growing. So that's basically goes lack of experience, lack of
awareness.
Awareness is totally gone. Okay. Rule for it says rule for class. There you talked about first and foremost, you rightly put across here rather you went to class 6, you joined Purulia only because it was near to you. No, it was not because of that. You took up from the earlier the admission into Sainik School used to be there's tough competition used to be there for Tilaiya, Nalanda and all the places. So what people used to do is where the people applying are less. And there has to vacancy. That's why the people from Bihar used to apply into those areas. And you could apply only 1 or 2 Sainik schools only because same day examination is conducted by school itself. So you could appear only one school. If you apply for Tilaiya, you can't apply for Purulia. So bulk of the people go, so the reason was there. Your father has taken very smartly, very nicely also. Second, your brother was there. That's one of the system. Okay. Then after that, unable to analyze and reach the hockey. You say no, hockey club, you already talked about it. Gave up, you already anxiety. Forgot to say there's yourself. I start doing sketching and dancing when I'm worked up.
Alone.
Use the word.
And
that's
alone.
what you and alone. What does it mean? You are in tremendous anxiety. That's a total. That mental stamina gets questioned on there. And that gets confirmed when you talk about I'm unable to know. I fumble at times. Again, confidence comes into play. Confidence comes to play. Secondly, now use the word clean guy. They think me to be a clean guy. What is a clean guy? What is so clean about you? Tell me.
I don't involve in fighting, sir.
So the clean, that doesn't mean the clean guy. I said that you're going to a formal. It's a formal interview. You can't afford to talk a clean guy, high-fi side. You must know what you're talking about. It's a formal thing, and you must remain formal. Is it? Then then it's a routine. Routine on daily basis. You couldn't afford to explain what you said. You kept played and you did nothing. That's it. He asked you 2 simple questions. What is routine in normal day? What is routine on holidays? And you repeated the same. मैं सोता और वहाँ पर आया खेलता हूँ, and that's I study time. That's the end of it. Is it the routine? Routine means you have a time where you have to manage since the time you got up in the morning till the time you went to the bed. All the things will have to be explained. Did you explain it? Not even once. And both these answers you gave it in the same time. Same thing, isn't it? There's no difference between the what is you do in normal day and what you do in the other times. The holidays on there. So then so overall, when you look around there, your effectiveness gets questioned. RI is questionable. Organizability questionable.
Yes.
Now I can't really bet for your social adaptability because you're not when talked about it. You have talked with good friends. That's okay. Only Hertz happens to be friend primarily because he's from Science School. That's not an answer at all. There has to be some logic. Why Hertz is my friend? And secondly, you yourself are telling I spend time one in the night and chit chatting, having Facebook and all. There's no need for telling I have spent that much time. Where was the need for it? Tell me yourself. You are exposing yourself. This screen while you're exposing yourself. I do it what it essentially you did talk about. I don't see movie and others, so that you I don't have TV. That is what you said about it. Okay. Then Rosso sir, then he talked fumble. Okay. All three questions. Question that your current affair is miserable. What is I use the word miserable? No one can even tell. If you answer one question and the interviewing also leave you, then only he will not go beyond that. Then he'll start talking in terms of your girlfriend and boyfriend, and he'll pass over time. He'll pass with 30 minutes. Say, okay, thanks, very nice. You are a very great man, and he'll tell you off you go. I have seen interviewing officer giving because यहाँ passing time 2 minutes में कहता ठीक है यार, okay, let's have a chit chat. That's the end of it. Secondly, you have got no logic. Why don't you now? Very rightly, because your consent, your sense of responsibility is missing because you couldn't afford to make to India written examination even once. Only once you made it, that you got screened out. That gets questioned by itself. You are from Sainik School. You cannot afford to tell me that you can't afford to pass a written examination. Overall, you ought to improve a lot. There is a need for improvement. It is certainly not. No, you just have to take stock of yourself. I had told you, please write down every answer that you are expecting. All the answers known, all the questions are known, nothing new.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I hand over to Captain Suji for his more journey now. Okay, Suji, all yours.
No, sir, you are very right. You covered up everything. Essay is getting doubtful because none of the qualities of friends came out. Only one thing was common, and all the points was that I get help from my friends. I get support from my friends. So basically, it is always you in need. So that is one. Cooperation becomes doubtful because there is no kind of where you are able to do something for someone. SOR sir said categorically that comes out clearly. Same, that has an effect on your determination. Again, because that improvement of why NDA was not done. My 12th could not happen because I was preparing for NDA. NDA did not happen because 12th exam was there. So it's kind of getting it. I haven't touched upon your hobbies of reading books. And there were many clues that you gave, which I purposely didn't do it because I felt it was not something which I didn't get to know from your other responses. 2, you have a tendency to give up. You are giving up even in the interview phase. As you speak, you were giving up. In fact, जो तुम हॉकी ऑर्गेनाइज कर रहे थे उसमें तुम आधे रास्ते आने के बाद तुम खुद बोर हो गए. And you give up. That's why you ended it as you came out with. You could have done wonders being a Sainik School chap. Last thing मैं यही बोलूंगा कि when you are going for your interview, the guy is going to be extra strict with you because you are from Sainik School. You know our system. You are trained in our system. You are trained to be in our system. We cannot afford to be so careless about our preparation. You can proceed. That's all, sir. Sir, mute, unmute, sir. Prasad, sir, unmute.
Overall, what has happened on this, it shows a careless attitude. Let me say the very word is very simple, careless attitude towards life and everything. Nowhere you have showed that, inclination that you are trying to be, something different. I say you have to be different. Different means workshop. I say the workshop ko hota hai na bolta, it's different. Khatta hai, meetha hai. You have to be different. You have to make a dent. And dent can only be made by, no, it is not necessary that you know everything. Absolutely no. If you don't know, please tell everything. So I do not know. Suppose you do not know wrestling, fair enough. But you can't be telling wrong thing. If you do not know about hockey, tell them, but you can't be wrong. And every time what you are telling is going wrong. So what is the use? Any question you want to ask, push. Any question?
No, sir.
Huh?
No, sir.
You don't have to get demoralized. Our idea here is not to demoralize you. You are as much a soldier as we are. You have also spent 5 years in a system. And that is the way we talk to each other.
Anukalp,
Yes, sir.
Understand one thing? You are a good person. Let me say nothing negative about you. As far as the person is concerned, person Anukalp is a good person. You have
Yes.
not given it except for your self-anxiety and self-inflicted wound. There's nothing beyond that. You would always trying to stand up for your friend. Fair enough. That is very, you trying to stand up for your friend. Well, that's nice. But beyond that, when it comes to when you get stressed and you give up at that time, stretching becomes a problem.
Yes.
So what do you take control of yourself? You still have got time.
Yes, sir.
Understand. Okay. Any question?
घुस
Any,
जाओ उसके अंदर पूरी तरह से अभी से.
Mayank, have you got any question?
No, sir. No, sir.
Hers, any question from your side?
No, sir.
Okay. Do well then. Right then. God bless you.
Right,
Look
sir.
after yourself. Right then. Thanks
Right.
a lot.
All
I
the
think
best.
we must.
All the best. All the best.
Okay.
You
Thank
can
you, sir.
smile now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Right.
I
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Jain, sir.
Thank you.
Jain.
Jan.
Jain, sir.
Thank you. Yes.